Are you still you even after replacing yourself? What I mean by this is that we know that every single second, millions of cells die and regenerate and get replaced. So that means that the cells you were born with and that you live with when you're 1 year old or 1 years old or 1 year old is not the same cells you will have when you die when you're 80. And that's that's a pretty, or of course there might be other, I might not have been looking too much into this, where you have things like stem cells and that type of stuff, but they also will die. That's how you will die. But if we will be able to have infinite life in the future, how are you going to be the same person still? I think that's interesting, because you of course have the car phenomenon or the car question, where if you have a car and you over time replace part after part, if you just replace the door handle, would you say that's a different car? No. But if you could do that for every single part in the car, does that mean you have the same car or not the same car? Does the parts have to be attached to the car for a certain amount of time for that part to be become a part of that old car, or what does that mean? And I think the same is another question when it comes to, for example, Mars. Like if you want to teleport to Mars, let's say, what we think teleportation is just transferring the cells and rebuilding them on somewhere else. And that would then mean that this machine would have to scan your whole body and look at all of the cells you have in the right orientation and whatnot, and then have to destroy all of your cells, so pretty much kill you. And then it would have to build the exact same person you are on another place. But would that mean that you are not the same person, or would your consciousness get moved over, or what would happen? That's something that really, I think that's a pretty interesting question, because it feels like the most logical thing is that you would not be the same person, but it feels like you would be the same person because it would be you. But it's kind of, there's a yes and no at the same time. It's just weird. It's just so weird to think about. But yeah, because as always, I don't have the answers to this. I might as well be just as confused as you are, trying to figure these things out. But I just want to share those ideas and those reflections, because at the end of the day, I think just working with your brain and just learning how to think and problem solve or come up with solutions, not necessarily good solutions, but just any solutions and possibilities, is just a really, really great way of doing that. And yeah, just thought I wanted to share it. And of course, do whatever the fuck you want. That's what I want. So yeah, but hopefully you found this to be valuable in some way or another, where it can just make you think about something interesting. So yeah, and I'll see you later.